They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could.
You woke up groaning as you were having hangover of your life, and I'm never gonna drink again in my life, you said to yourself by pressing your fingers on your forehead. You were thinking about your best friend Sia, who had taken you in one of the club last night. Early Sunday, you got a call from your boss who told you that you were fired. You didn't really behave with him, in fact, him hard in front of your boss, Russian clients who came to sign millions of dollars deal with him. But seeing the ill attitude of his employees, they refused to sign the deal. The question arises that why him that employee? It had been a week that he was getting on your nerves. Though you asked him to stop, but he didn't. Your tolerance level ended when all of a sudden he asked you and smiled in the middle of the meeting. You shot him a glare, but he just smirked in a response which made you more pissed off. In front of your old boss and his Russian clients who looked at you shocked and bewildered. You admitted that you had a short temper, but that didn't mean people will try to get on your nerves. So you could show them what actually short tempered people act like. You spent many nights searching for a job, but you couldn't find it. Your parents had left you in your aunt's house when you were born as the your uncle and aunt took good care of you and treated you like their own daughter. They bought you a small apartment in Seoul so you could get higher education. They lived in a small town in Busan. You want to help them and bring them in Seoul with you where you could live happily. With a sigh, you got up from the wooden bed and opening the curtains of your small room, you let the morning light enter inside. Taking a deep breath, you looked through the open window where people were almost running to their desired places. You looked at some students who were crossing the road. A few tears pricked at the corner of your eyes as you recalled the days when your aunt would help you to cross the double road as you were afraid of heavy traffic and different vehicles honking the horns. Letting out a deep sigh, you closed the window and went to the bathroom for doing your morning routine. After a few minutes, you came back in your bedroom and jumping into a white hoodie, you applied a lip tint on your lips and the same on your cheeks before rushing to the downstairs. Reaching the living room, you plopped on the couch after grabbing your laptop from the table to check the maze if you got job answer or not. Ryan, I really need this job. I can't afford to be unemployed every month or week. You murmured to yourself while your hands moving on the laptop screen as you were carefully checking the mails. Because you had applied for a job in various companies, while you were scrolling down the page, your mobile phone rang. Placing your laptop on the table, you quickly grabbed your mobile and glanced at the caller ID. It was an unknown number, but you answered it immediately, hoping that someone might have called you for a job interview. The caller, "Hello, Miss Ryan," the girl in her sweet voice spoke out from the other side. Ryan, yes, who is there? You asked nervously. The caller, well, I called you to inform that you have been hired to work as an employee in Jeon company. Your voice stuck in your throat as you couldn't believe your ears. The caller, hello, Miss Ryan, are you there? She said, snapping you out of your thoughts. Ryan, oh, yeah, I am listening. You said, trying to act normal while deep down you were so happy. The caller, okay, today is your job interview. Visit the company until 10 o'clock. Otherwise, we would have to hire another employee as our boss is so strict and cold, especially when it comes to punctuality and discipline. She said coldly, making you gulp down. Ryan, no, no, please don't hire someone else. I will be on time. You said your voice was bleeding as you looked at the wall clock, which was showing 8:45 o'clock. The caller, okay, Miss Ryan. See you soon, she said and cut all Ryan's bow. Oh my, I can't express my happiness in words. Finally, a biggest company in Korea called me for a job interview. If ever by like I got this job, soon I will be able to make the beautiful and cozy house for my uncle and aunt. The pay is huge and the employees are given free food every day. The company has a very big hall where employees are given hygienic food. I can't believe that June's company called me for a job interview. I know a lot about this company and why wouldn't I? Because it is considered as one of the biggest companies in the entire Asia. At first it was run by Mr. Jeon, the head owner, but few years ago he took the retirement and handed the company to his son Jungkook, who is not only handsome but sharp-witted. No matter the company was founded by Mr. Jeon, but it is his son Jungkook who took the company to the heights of success. He surely worked day and night. Right now I was over the moon. I quickly grabbed the phone as I wanted to share this news with my crazy friend Sia, who is gonna hit the floor with happiness. I dialed her number and thankfully she answered the call after few ringings. Sia, hey, what's up? She asked in her usual style. Wine, hi, my crazy friend. I call you to share good news with you, I said, beaming. Sia, oh my, did you find boyfriend for yourself? She almost squealed, making me roll my eyes. Wine, I said, it's a good news, I replied while playing with the strand of my hair. Sia, okay, I got it. That you didn't find a guy, so tell me what it is exciting news, she asked curiously. Ryan, I got a new job and you won't believe that it's a June's company. I said, Sia, oh wow, that's a great news. Congratulations, bestie, but I am afraid. She said, making me frown. Ryan, wow. Why? I simply asked. Sia, cause the boss there is handsome and working there would result you, but you are lucky, Ryan. She whined dramatically at the end. Ryan, don't worry. I replied. Sia, oh, let's see. She said her voice sounded full of an excitement. Fine, okay, I will cut the call now as I'm running out of the time, I said. Skipping the scares, I reached my room and then changing into a red skirt along with tank top, I did a little bit of makeup on my face before rushing to the outside. Getting into a cab and making the driver understand the address, I plopped at the back, thinking of my whole life is gonna be I will start working at June's company. Lost in my thoughts, I didn't realize that we reached the company as the cab driver stopped the cab, snapping me back to the reality. Driver, we are here, man, he said. I thanked him and after paying him, I rushed to a company, but to my bad luck, I was 10 minutes late. But I don't think so, it can be a big issue. Arthur's Pove. Jungkook was sitting in his cabin waiting for the new girl who was supposed to be interviewed today. He glared at his manager Dylan, who stood there nervously. Jungkook, where is the girl? Call her right now. He snapped, watching Dylan flinched. He quickly nodded and fumbled for his phone with trembling hands. He dialed his number, but it was switched off. Dylan, boss, she must be on the way, he said. Jungkook, what's her name? He asked in his cold voice. Dylan, her name is Lee, he said in a shaky voice. Jungkook, okay, the girl Lee Vian is rejected for this interview. Call the next one. He said in a clipped tone. Dylan, okay, sir, he said, leaving the cab. On the other hand, Vian, hey, good morning. You said to the at the receptionist morning. She said without looking up at you. When I was called here for a job interview. You said tapping your nails on the table. Receptionist, seventh floor, Mr. Jungkook's cabin on right side. She said while typing something on her laptop. Vian, thank you very much. You said and then walked to the elevator for reaching the seventh. Reaching there, you looked up to see the nameplate which had written Jungkook. Ryan, don't panic, Ryan. You can do that. Just no fight and argument. You said, taking a deep breath. You knocked at the door and heard a faint sound of coming. You opened the door, stopped inside. Your then looking at such a big and well-designed cabin. You looked around to see the most handsome man sitting on the wooden revolving chair working on his laptop. You almost started while your heartbeat raced faster. He was surely the most handsome man you had ever seen. It seemed like that he had jumped out of novels. His sharp jawline, lip piercing, plump lips, dark toes, nicely built chest, everything about him was perfect. He looked up at you and you started to blush. His eyes were on you and you felt like a little girl in the principal's office. Jungkook spoke. I was waiting for the next interview when I heard a gentle knock. I said, "Come in," and someone entered in. I looked up at my eyes sparkled when looked at the beautiful girl standing there and looking around. She was dressed very formally, unlike other girls. Since the morning, I have been tolerating those girls who I think came here to hit on me, not for a job interview. She's the last candidate I am dealing today. I know there are hundreds of employees still in the waiting room, but I am already pissed off. I will ask Dylan to interview them. The girl looked up at me, and I quickly looked around, not wanting her to see me. With a dramatic cough, I gestured her to sit down. She nodded and sat on the chair. Jungkook, so miss, show me your CV. I said, trying to maintain my cool composure. She nervously placed the file on the table, not even bothering to look at me once. Seriously, didn't she find me attractive? I thought to myself, she's not like other girls, and I like that. I grabbed her CV as I opened it. I read her name, Lee YN. Isn't she the same employee who's supposed to be here 20 minutes ago? Jungkook, Miss YN, you are 20 minutes late. You know that? I asked coldly. Fine, I apologize, Mr. Jungkook, but please don't let these 20 minutes judge my ability to work. I am really hardworking and I will show it. Please, Mr. Jungkook, I really need this job, she said, almost pleading. I looked at her and felt like she really needed the job. Jungkook, okay, let's see. Your college performance is great, but your job experience here has some issues. Why you worked for such a short period of time in all these jobs? Is it because you are not punctual or something else? I asked, raising my eyebrows. Her facial expression changed and she almost shot me a glare, Ryan in mind. What does he mean by something else? Control Ryan, control your anger. He's the biggest CEO, you can't afford to answer him back after when you have only one penny in your bag. When actually everyone had a problem with me. My first job was in Alex's company. The pay was huge, but the company sealed. My second job was in Victory Company. Everything was going good there until the time Mr. Wilson, who was the CEO of the company, did a second marriage and her wife used tricks and treachery to get his property on her name. She demolished the company and later, after 2 years, the club was constructed there by her. My third job was quite good enough, but were an employee fell for me. I hope you got it what I intended to say, she said without hesitating a bit. Jungkook, woo. I see, Miss Ryan, I replied. There was a silence for a moment as I looked at her and couldn't make her feel more sad. Closing the eye file, I looked at her, Jungkook, Miss Ryan. You will be good fit here. My manager will sort out the paperwork with you, I said, giving her a light smile. She frowned and then smiled wildly, looking at me. Wine, oh my, what does that mean? I got the job. Thank you so much, Mr. June. She almost squealed, which made me chuckle. Hey, wait, did I chuckle? Oh, it's my first time chuckling with any one of my employee. Jungkook, whenever you are going to work? I asked as she stood up. When I won't mind to start from now, Mr. Jungkook, she said, smiling genuinely at me. Jungkook, okay, then you can join from today. My manager, Dylan, would help you out. I said, and she nodded. That's about Dylan. It's fine. I hope you understand everything. Boss meeting is going to start in 15 minutes. You can go and check the arrangement in the meeting room. I know it's her secretary's job, but she's on leave today. He said, offering you a warm smile. Wine. Oh, don't worry, I will handle it. You said, mirroring him the same smile. You went into the nearby cafeteria to get some butter pastries which will be placed on the table. After that, you bought a bouquet of fresh flowers and then you headed back to the office. Once you were done setting everything on the table, you sighed happily and took your quiet exit as you had to send emails to the clients. Jungkook's Pov. I was working in my cabin when Dylan came and informed me that clients had arrived. I stood up from my chair and buttoning up my coat, I headed towards the meeting room. As soon as I entered the room, I smelled the fresh rose flowers which added the loveliness in this place. I looked down at the table which had some pastries and water bottles. Jungkook, who arranged all this? I whispered near my manager's ear. Thailand boss Miss Ryan had arranged everything, he said slowly. I nodded my head and coughing quickly, I started the meeting. After some time, Jungkook, the presentation is over. I hope you like the idea. I won't mind if you want to add something more into it. I said and they all stood up smiling at me. Client 1. We really like the idea and we are extremely satisfied with everything, he said, stretching his hand to shake with mine. I gave him a slight bow while smiling. Client 2. The scent of fresh flowers added the liveliness and I really like it, he said, making me smile. With that, they left. I was about to leave when the door knocked and Miss Ryan entered in. I don't know why, but seeing her, my heartbeat raced faster. Ryan, hello, Mr. Thailand. I have done all the paperwork. You can check it now, she said, giving him her beautiful smile. I don't know why, but I don't like the idea of leaving them alone, so I fetched my mobile phone from the pocket and pretended that I was texting someone. Dylan, oh Miss Ryan, let it be for now. I have a great news to tell you that the clients are really happy with the arrangements of the meeting room. They were really satisfied. By the way, the pastries were so yummy, as I also tasted them, he said nonchalantly. But what made me surprised that Ryan suddenly sent away. She glared at Dylan as if she was warning him. I literally let out a small chuckle looking at my poor manager's shocked face. He is handsome and he would never expect anything. With a sad bow, Dylan left the meeting room without bidding me a goodbye. Poor child was literally heartbroken. Jungkook, Miss Ryan, you really did well at the first day of your job. Now you go home and take some rest and yeah, please be in time, I said and she bowed. The way her hair fell on her face did backflip on my heart. As soon as she left, I picked up my belongings and also left for my home. Others spoke the next morning. You were working on your laptop when a girl wearing a red dress with blonde hair came to you. She tapped on your desk to get your attention. You looked up, your eyes fell on her. Wine, yes, you asked gently. Hi, my name is Ria, Mr. Jungkook's personal secretary, she said. Wine, oh, nice meeting you, Sia. You said, give here a sweet smile. Sia, I came here to inform you that stay away from him, she said, bending little down to look at your face properly. Wine, what would I? Who? Listen, I came here to work, and I am not interested to indulge in any kind of scene, you replied, looking straight. She scoffed and then left before giving you a jealous glare. Sighing heavily, you opened your laptop and started to do work here again. After 1 week, it's been a week that you have been working in Jeon's company. You are really satisfied with your job as an employee here. Everyone treats you well, except Sia, who keeps glaring at you during the period. You don't know what exactly it is, but whenever you notice him staring at you, your heartbeat races faster. Right now, you were in his cabin checking the information of some clients while Jungkook was working on his laptop. You were standing beside him while he was sitting on his chair. When Mr. Jungkook is done, you said. Jungkook, show me. He motioned you to come closer with a rising heartbeat. Jungkook's heartbeat quickened and he tried to act normal. Jungkook, excellent job, he said. You nodded and were about to go forward, but suddenly your feet slipped. You both looked into each other's eyes, and the next moment, after 2 days, Sia was working to Jungkook's cabin when she saw you coming out of his cabin while blushing heavily. Burning with jealousy. After 3 days, there was a small party in the office and everyone was enjoying it as Jungkook had cracked the biggest deal of the year. Sia was looking at Jungkook, who winked at you and gestured you to meet him in his cabin. Sia, I won't let her snatch my Jungkook away, she said and took out a water bottle. Calling one of the waiters, she grabbed the ink and went to the corner where she crushed the pill and put it. Once it was fully dissolved, she gave the ring to the waiter and asked him to give it to Jungkook. The waiter nodded and walked to Jungkook. The waiter offered him a drink and Jungkook took it. You were talking to some of the other employees when Sia had her eyes fixed on Jungkook. Few minutes passed and Jungkook started to feel sweaty. He looked around with a blurred vision. Jungkook, what's happening to me? He mumbled and ran to his cabin. Sia smirked, following him behind, reaching his cabin. Sia stepped in with a smirk. Sia, relax, she said, walking to him. Jungkook, go away, he said. After some time, you came in Jungkook's cabin and seeing him, your eyes widened. You ran to him and bent down. Why are you okay? You asked, looking at his red cheeks. Jungkook took look at you. Jungkook, I'm not okay, he said, and you frowned. Why? Did something happen to you? You asked, looking at him concerned. He nodded. Jungkook, I'm not fine, he said, making you gulp down. The next day, Sia was not only fired from the company but also sent to jail.